Hello friends, welcome in a Rose project. This Rose project is conducted by Red Shikshan Sanstha's Sadguru Gadge Maharaj College Karad. Myself Radhika Pawar. My subject is physics. In last two lecture we see the introduction, photoelectric effect and observations from experiment of photoelectric effect. And in last lecture we have seen the failures of a photoelectric effect, then the Einstein postulates and wave particle duality. In this lecture the topics to be covered which are photocell, de Broglie hypothesis, Davison and Germer experiment, wave particle duality of matter. Let us start with photocell. Photocell, it is an electrical device which works on the basis of photoelectric effect and it converts light energy into electrical energy. The photo effect is a device which converts light energy into an electrical energy and it is based on the basis of photoelectric effect. Construction of photocell. It consists of an evacuated glass bulb or tube containing two electrodes, anode or cathode. The cathode is semi-cylindrical photosensitive metal plate E and the anode is in the form of metal rod or wire loop collector. Here cathode is the emitter plate and anode is the collector plate. The glass bulb is fitted on the non-conducting space provided with two pins of external connection as shown in figure. Here the construction of a photocell, that is anode, here collector tube and cathode is an emitter tube. This cathode incident light is incident on a cathode and here the collector tube. This is construction of a photocell. The working of the photocell, which is the experimental circuit, is as shown in figure. The cathode is connected to negative terminal and the anode is connected to positive terminal of the battery with micrometer. Here the cathode is connected to the negative terminal and the anode is connected to the positive terminal of a micrometer. When light of suitable wavelength falls on the cathode, the photoelectrons are emitted and these electrons are attracted towards the anode due to applied electric field. Here, when the light energy is incident on the cathode and here the electron is emitted and here at the collector the emitted electrons are attracted towards the collector. A small electric potential produces in a circuit and this current can be measured by a micrometer and the current is measured in micrometer. If the intensity of light increases, the rate of photoelectric emission increases, causing an increasing current. Here, when the intensity of incident light is increases, then the photoelectric emission is also increases and the current is also increases. Thus, current is directly proportional to incident light. Here, when the intensity of incident light is increases, then the current is also increases, and thus the current is directly proportional to the incident light. Here, incident light intensity of incident light is increases, then the current is increases. Applications of photocell. It is used along with camera to determine collector time of exposure. These photocell are used in the camera. The photocell is used in reproduction of sound wave in movies. It is used in burglar alarm. Photocell can also be used to switch on or off the street light. It is used in lux meter to measure the intensity of light. Here the applications of photocell, that is which is used in which is used in sound waves, reproduction of sound waves in movies, used in burglar alarm. It is also used in the switch on or off in street light, and also used to measure the intensity of light. Next point is de Broglie hypothesis. Louis de Broglie proposed that this theory in 1924 on the basis of the symmetry existing in nature, that if the radiation has dual nature, matter may also possesses dual nature. De Broglie proposed that if the radiation has dual nature, then the matter also has a dual nature. De Broglie used this property, frequency of wavelength of wave, and proposed a relation to connect these wet particles properties in properties of energies and momentum. The momentum carried by a photon of energy E is given by the relation P is equal to E divided by C, where which is valid for massless particles traveling with speed of light. This relation for momentum energy E and C is the speed of light. De Broglie gives the relation between energy, momentum and the speed of light, which is P is equal to momentum is equal to E divided by C. According to Einstein theory, P is equal to E by C, where according to Einstein theory E is equal to h mu. Therefore, the P is equal to h mu divided by C, and P is equal to h mu divided by C, which is equal to h divided by lambda. Here, C is equal to mu lambda. Therefore, 1 upon lambda is equal to V upon C. P is equal to h mu by C, where h P is equal to h divided by lambda. Here C is equal to mu lambda. De Broglie proposed that a moving material particles of energy and momentum has associated with it a wave analogous to a photon. He then suggested that the wave of particle properties of matter can also be described by same relation for photon. Thus, frequency and wavelength of wave associated with material particles of mass moving with velocity are given by E is equal to h mu and h lambda is equal to h divided by p, where p is equal to momentum, which is equal to mass into velocity. Therefore, lambda is equal to h divided by mv. The wavelength of the matter waves given by equation 3. Here, this equation 3 gives the wavelength of the wave is known as de Broglie wavelength. H divided by mv is the de Broglie wavelength, and this equation is called a de Broglie equation, that is lambda is equal to h divided by momentum. For particle of mass m moving with velocity v, the kinetic energy, we know that kinetic energy is equal to half mv square. V is equal to 2 E, E kinetic energy divided by m root 2 kinetic energy divided by m. And from equation number third, that is lambda is equal to p divided by mv, we can write lambda is equal to h divided by m into root v, that is m divided by 2 kinetic energy, that is lambda is equal to h divided by root 2 ek. For the charged particles of charge q accelerated from rest through potential v, the work done is qv. This provides the kinetic energy. Here, the for charged particles, the charge is q, which is accelerated from the rest potential is v. The work done is qv, and this gives the kinetic energy ek is equal to q into v, and this equation is becomes h divided by root 2 m q into v, where qv is the kinetic energy. Therefore, the lambda wavelength lambda, which is equal to h divided by root 2 m q into v. This relation holds for any charged particle like electron, photon, or even charged ions. If potential V is very large, speed of particle become close to speed of light. Such an equation will not applicable For an electron moving through potential difference V, then we can write the lambda is equal to h divided by root 2 me into ev, where me is the mass of electron. Putting the value of all constant, that is Planck's constant, mass of electron and charge on electron, that is equal to Planck's constant, which is equal to 6.63 into 10 raised to minus 34, mass of electron, which is 2 in mass of electron, which is equal to 9.11 into 10 raised to minus 31, and the charge on electron, which is equal to 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19. Therefore, by putting all these values, all these constant in the equation, lambda, which is equal to 6.63 into 10 raised to minus 34, which is Planck's constant, divided by root 2 into 9.11 into 10 raised to minus 31, which is mass of electron, into 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19, which is charge on electron, into V. By solving this equation, we can get lambda is equal to 1.2228 into 10 raised to minus 9 divided by root V into m. That is equal to lambda is equal to 1.228 divided by root 2 into nanometer. Here 10 raised to 9 is nanometer. Therefore, lambda is equal to, in nanometer, we can write the lambda is equal to, wavelength is equal to 1.228 divided by root V, that is voltage in volt. Experimentally, it was also found that electron, subatomic and atomic particles like protons and neutrons also exhibit wave properties. Associated with an electron is of the order of few angstrom in it. Therefore, to observe a wave nature of electron, the wave property of electron was confirmed experimentally by Davidson and Germer in America. Here, Sir J. J. Thomson, the existence of electron as a subatomic particle, while his son G.P. Thomson shows the electron behaves like a wave. Here, the J.J. Thomson, scientist J.J. Thomson, described the existence of electron as subatomic particle, and his son G.P. Thomson shows that the electron behaves like a wave. Now, next we see the Davidson and Germer experiment. Here the schematic representation of Davidson and Germer experiment. This experimental arrangement of the Davidson and Germer experiment is as shown in figure. The whole setup is enclosed in evacuated chamber. These whole setup are enclosed in a evacuated chamber. It consists of an electron gun, nickel crystal, and electron detector. The electron gun has tungsten filament coated with barium oxide for high emission efficiency. Here it consists of a electron gun and the nickel crystal electron gun and the electron detector. An electron gun has tungsten filament coating with barium oxide for high efficiency. This electron gun is coated with the tungsten filament with barium oxide. A filament works thermonic cathode and electrons are accelerated by cylindrical anode kept at fixed known as high positive voltage V. This anode imparts the desired velocity to electron. Here this is anode and this is anode. Here is movable detector. Here nickel crystal. These all setup are Davidson and Germer experiment. Here filament of thermonic cathode. The electrons are accelerated by cylindrical anode and fixed light high positive voltage. Fixed at high positive voltage, and the anode imparts the desired velocity to electrons. The electrons emerge out of a anode aperture as fine beam. This beam is made to fall on surface of nickel crystal. The electron beam get scattered in different direction. Here the electrons emerge out of anode, and this beam is made to fall on surface of nickel crystal, and the electrons beam gets scattered in different direction. When the electrons are electrons are incident on the nickel crystal surface, and then the electrons are scattered in different direction. The intensity of scattered electrons is measured by electron detector, which can be moved on a circular scale. The current was measured with the help of galvanometer connected to detector. The deflection in galvanometer is directly proportional to incident of revised directly proportional to intensity of electrons received by the detector. Here the deflection in galvanometer is directly proportional to intensity of electrons, and which is received by the detector. The intensity of scattered beam is recorded for different scattering angle theta and for different accelerating voltage V. Here the intensity of scattered beam is recorded for different angle and for different accelerating voltage. Division and Germer varied the accelerating potential from 44 to 68 volt and observed that a peak in intensity of scattered electrons is scattering angle 50 degree for potential at 54 volt. Here the scattering angle is 50 degree and potential is 54 volt, and division and Germer varied the accelerating potential from 44 to 68 volt, and he observed that the electrons are scattered at angle 50 degree and at potential 54 volt. This peak was the result of constructive interference of the electrons scattered from different layers of regularly spaced atoms of nickel crystal. From equation number 5, that is lambda is equal to 1.228 divided by root V nanometer, where V is the value for voltage 54. We get the lambda is equal to 1.228 divided by voltage root 54, which is equal to, by solving this equation, we get 0.167 nanometer. Wavelength is 0.167 nanometer. From the electron diffraction measurement, the wavelength of matter waves associated with the electrons was found to be 0.165 nanometer, and lambda is equal to 0.165, that is by Bragg diffraction formula. Lambda is equal to 2d sine phi, where but glassing angle phi is equal to 90 minus theta by 2. Here the angle which is scattering angle which is 50 degree, then then phi is equal to 90 minus 50 divided by 2, which is equal to 65 degree, and the spacing for nickel d is equal to 0.91 angstrom in it. Here lambda is equal to 2 into d, which is equal to 0.91 into 10 raised to minus 10 sine 65. Here angle which is equal to 65 sine 65. Here lambda is equal to 1.65 angstrom in it, that is equal to 0.165 nanometer. The two values of wavelength obtained from experimental result vary very close. The division, here these two values are very close, that is 0.165 nanometer, and these two values of wavelength are very close. The division and Germer experiment thus sustained de Broglie hypothesis of wave-particle duality and verify his relation. Next point is the wave-particle duality of matter. The material particle shows wave-like nature under certain circumstances. This phenomena is known as wave-particle duality of matter. Frequency and wave number k are used to describe waves in classical theories, while mass m and momentum p are used to describe particles. Here the dual nature of matter, that is first nature, that is wave nature is described by the frequency and wave number k, and the particle nature was described by the mass m and momentum p. Wave particle duality implies that all moving particles have an associated frequency and associated wave number, and all waves have associated energy and momentum. From this wave particle duality, it is implies that the all moving particles have associated frequency, associated wave number, associated mass, and the momentum. The wave particle duality of matter due to quantum behavior. When we are dealing with microscopic objects, small order of magnitude of h set, the scales at which phenomena manifest themselves. Information: if all the material objects in motion have associated wavelength, we can calculate wavelength, but calculated wavelength invisible compared to the size of the moving object as well as width of path on the which objects are moving. Here, if all material objects in motion have associated wavelength, and this wavelength we can calculate it as compared to size of moving object as well as the width of path which are which objects are moving. Therefore, the wavelength associated with macroscopic particles do not play any significant role in everyday life, and we need not consider their wave number. Also, wavelength for macroscopic particles are so small they that they cannot be measured. Photon's picture allows transfer of energy and momentum in the same manner as in Newton's mechanics. The wave nature does not modify that whenever wavelengths are small compared to dimensions of slit or obstacle or are not measurable, we can use Newtonian mechanics. Thank you. In this way, we cover our chapter number 4, dual nature of radiation and matter. Thank you.